Hello guys, welcome to Mahdigibo Life Abroad channel. On this channel, we discuss scholarship opportunities, international conferences, and international jobs. If you are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing to be part of the family. Hit down the bell notification so that when I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for checking in again. I am so sorry for being away for some time. I think it has been 2 weeks. I have not uploaded any video, or 3 weeks or so, and that's because behind the scene a lot had happened. Okay, but I have good news. The bad news is that I have not been uploading videos, but the good news is that I have been admitted and I am in my dream university. That's Carnegie Mellon University in the United States of America. Okay, so guys, we have to celebrate. We have to celebrate. We have to celebrate. I finally made it through to Carnegie Mellon University. Since I started doing applications for me to do my master's degree, when I saw Carnegie Mellon University and having interacted with the professors and the administrative staff, I realized that this is the university I want to go to, and I'm going to do everything possible just for me to go to this university. And finally, I have made it through. But before we dive into my journey to Carnegie Mellon or United States of America, I've got some shout outs. I've got some people I need to mention in this video who have helped me so far, just for me to be here, because in life, you don't just have to look at the short term, whoever helped you within the shortest possible way. Okay, let's say you had to run 100 meters. Okay, when you started the journey from 1 meter, there were people who were shouting, push, push, push. But at the end of the day, some people will only consider the last 10 meters, those who were shouting, pull, 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 pull. So that's not the case with me. So I know that if I'm here today, it's not just by me alone or people who have helped me just within the last 1 year. Okay, so there are people who have helped me long ago that I need to mention. Some people I will mention them here because I think maybe this is the right time for me to mention certain people. You know, in my WhatsApp, I've always mentioned, most often I do post about mentors, those people who have helped me so far, but some I have kept their names off because of I wanted to protect their image, you know, the pressure. Because if someone is helping you, some people may want to use as an opportunity as well for them to go and ask, you know, for the same privileges. Okay, so guys, just like I said, I finally made it through to Carnegie Mellon University. I am so happy and excited. It has always been my dream. Forget about United States of America. Let's discuss this university and what I think I'm going to learn from this. And I'm quite sure wherever I am, even if I don't want to work within the US, I decide to go to my country or even in my village, the skills I'm going to acquire from this university will help me to work in any part of the world. Okay? And the fact that now virtually people can work anywhere, that makes life so easy. Okay? So guys, my journey. So let's start with thanking certain people. First of all, I want to thank my mom for giving birth to me, who has made it, who has been there from day one. Had not been her, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been Jibrila. And of course, my special mom, Mommy Gibo, I love you so much. You've done so much for me. For being there for me, providing almost all I wanted. And to my brother, Mohammed Edward Kagbo, bro, I love you so much. I love you so, so much. And I hope and pray that we'll be able to do something great. You've helped me. This is more like Ubuntu. Okay, because of you, I am. You've helped me so much, and I love you for that, and I will always respect you for that. And I pray that we'll be able to do something great. Okay, so let's keep that. So coming to the school affairs, I think my aunt, Auntie Fatu, you helped me so much. I know maybe you may not look at this video, but maybe there will be someone who will look at this video and be able to relay this message that I am grateful for all that you have done for me and for exactly what you did for me, coming from my village just to visit you within the capital city of my country, Sierra Leone, Freetown. Okay, and you told me about Educate Sierra Leone, that there is a school where you don't have to pay any fees and you'll be provided with almost everything. I didn't even give it a second thought. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go to this university, to this school. Okay, so thank you so much for that as well. Now to educate as a whole, and to Miriam Messins to say for bringing educate to for taking educate to Sierra Leone. Um, since I went to that school, a lot has changed. The competition, yes, of course, I was smart. That has always been part of me. I was smart a bit, but I think educate changed a lot for me. The competition, having to deal with other competitive minds within the school. you know you have the females, you have the males, boarding school, you know what it means now. It's not like other government schools wherein you just go to school and you just have maybe two or three friends, but in our school almost everybody knows you. So for that reason, you have to work really, really hard, and that has fueled so many things in my life. It has changed my academic trajectories and how I deal with things relating to academics. So now, moving away from that, certain teachers I need to mention, and my mentor, Ezekiel Loni. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because I remembered, of course, so when I went to educate at high school level, I realized that when you have a good result in your WAS, okay, for those of you who don't know, it's basically an exams you take for you to enter university for Africa, West Africa countries. Okay, so when I realized that getting a good score or getting a perfect result will take me to countries in the world, like will give me a scholarship. I changed my ways of doing things, even the way I study, so many other things. Um, I had to put myself together to do certain things that I was not actually doing at first. Okay, so after completing my WAS, thankfully, I got the best result I was yearning for. Okay, that can actually take me to any university for me to do my uh, the things I have always wanted to do. And guys, if you don't know, I've always wanted to be a doctor. That would have been my profession, even though I'm not late yet. Who knows? Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. Okay? You might just see me in that field. Anyways, so I've always wanted to be a cardiologist. Um, but life has its own ways. Okay? So after completing my WAS, of course, in our school, when you're done with your WAS, most it is um, expected of you to give back to your school, like a community service. So I served educate and all of that a year. But my plan was after that I need to go to university, whether within the country or out of the country. Of course, so I applied for scholarship just for me to go and study in other parts of the world. Unfortunately, through the Ministry of Education, unfortunately, I did not get any of that. So this I means before even going to university. Okay. So I had to settle for my home country universities. Okay. Um, so when I was done with the service, I went to the capital city. My grandmom, Auntie Beshe, in case you are looking at this, or maybe someone, thank you so much for motivating me. Okay, so I left Educate. Uh, well, at some point, so many people were not happy with my decision, but today I'm quite sure I have been able to give more. Maybe in my own way, in my own opinion, I think my relationship with Educate as being the vice president of the alumni, I guess, and a lot more to come. Okay. So I went to Freetown, that's the capital city of my country, Sierra Leone. Um, so the goal was to be there and look for opportunities, look for someone to be able to help me to go to a university. Okay. Luckily enough, Ezekiel Noni, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. You've always been there, disturbing you, asking you for help, write me recommendation, a lot, a lot. No matter what I will do tomorrow, maybe for your kids or whosoever, I think I'll never be able to pay you. So I received this call from Ezekiel telling me that you have to come to Pudloko because I had left Pudloko. Pudloko was the school, my high school, where my high school was. So he called me, come to Pudloko. There is this um, philanthropist who wants to see you. And I mean, Pobzi, I think I need to mention you. I don't know. Yes, I need to. So Gibeto, I love you, Daddy. I love you so much. Thanks for always being there. Thanks for helping me out. Thanks for providing everything I always wanted. Thank you so much. Thank you. So Ezekiel called me, but I was thinking maybe it's about going to schooling in the province. Like there are universities within the provinces. So I was thinking he was calling me for that. I said, no, Ezekiel, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. He said, young man, pack your documents and call me. I'll bring your worst results. So I said, okay, he's my boss. He has always been my mentor, a tutor master. And our relationship has grown to a point that I can't deny him of whatever he asks of me. Okay. So I left very early in the morning, Freetown, and all of that. I went to Poloko. I met this philanthropist, Gilberto. And when he saw my result, he was like, okay, this is excellent. So you'll be fit to be an engineer. So that's the first thing. In fact, for me, I didn't know much about engineering at that time. All I wanted was to be a medical doctor. And the reason for that, my mom is someone who gets sick frequently. Okay. And when I do visit hospitals, I felt so bad. And I always wanted to be part of um, a society that will be able to help people, okay, save lives, not knowing that engineering has it all. Okay. So Gilberto told me you'll be a good fit for engineering. Okay. So I was like, okay. And the reason for that as well, I think for Obe College that admits engineering students was still accepting admissions, accepting applicants for admission, while commerce, I think the forms had already finished. So like it was difficult for me to go there. I think I was late. Um, so the only choice was for me to go to Frobe College and do engineering. And of course, Ezekiel and Leo. Okay, Maligi Barry, Leo, if you are looking at this video, thank you as well for guiding me through your chemistry, your biology, and a lot. You know, I can't thank all my teachers, educate, even to the, I won't say the least, okay? I mean, like the youngest, I think, Modus, he said, because he taught me history. So I can't thank you enough. BSK, and lots. Anthony, MOB, SSDEMs, a lot. So away from that, so he called me. I said, okay, I was up for it. And Leo, of course, and Ezekiel advised me, okay, go to go and do engineering because of one reason or the other. I said, okay, I'm good. So I was ready. I said, okay. So they bought the form for admission. I went to Frobe College and all of that. So while I was in university, my goal was just after my degree, I want to go and study. I didn't even want, I was thinking of not even having a year, like a gap year from university to another university. I mean, like from bachelor's direct to master's. So when I completed my bachelor's degree, I started doing my application. So I collected all my documents and got them certified from the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs. I went on to buy my passport, get my passport because I always wanted to travel and do my master's degree somewhere else. But I was having US and Canada. Canada was, in fact, was top of my list. Canada, Australia, yes, because US now is more like common. To me, so to me it was more like common. So I wanted to go somewhere different. I just wanted to be peculiar, okay. So I wanted to go to somewhere different, like especially like Australia. You don't hear people talking about Australia in my country like that. So I wanted to go to Australia. So I started doing my applications, but in as much as I had countries that I always wanted to go, I was open to other opportunities. I think the first scholarship I applied for, it was Singapore. Unfortunately, I did not submit the application. And the reason for that, I think there was one of my recommenders did not submit on time. So because of that, I could not submit my application. Yes. So then the other scholarship I applied was, I think the second one was um, Shuan Shuaman scholarship in China. Okay. I applied and I got rejected. I was not selected. Thank you for your time. We are sorry. We had seas of applicants. You know those things if you've been part of scholarships, you know. Okay. So the other one was Chevening scholarship, you know, so prestigious. So I wanted to go to United Kingdom and do my 1 year master's. Unfortunately, I passed certain stage. I think until the last stage, I was not selected. Okay, it was good. But one thing that have always been part of me is that when I apply for a scholarship, by the time I get results, I should be able to have another application going, or I must have another application. I'll be thinking, okay, if I get rejected for this, I'll have hope that maybe when I wake up from my bed and look at and check my email, I need to see an email of either rejection or whatsoever. Like I'm always optimistic. I'll get something good. Okay, that has always been part of me. Okay, so I applied for Chevening. I was not selected. Then I started applying. So before I apply, I started applying to university scholarships. Okay, I had to go through some training. I trained Africa. There is this lady. Her name is very difficult to call. In Nigerian, Adi Poji, Aderi Sola. Aderi Sola. You can check that. Maybe I'll just put a link in this video. Okay. So I did a training where she talked about the SD, the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so many things, soft skills, hard skills, like a 3 month training, and we did that every Saturday. I was already using my internet, buying my my internet. Okay, and I think it will last like 2 hours, I guess. I hope I'm not missing that. 2 hours training every Saturday for 3 months. Okay, so I learned a lot about email etiquette, a lot and lot. Okay, then after that, my guys, some of the things I will say, I will not say them like accordingly. I mean, like in accordance because I have forgotten. So while I was doing the search for scholarship, I met this lady, Dr. Linda. She stays in Canada. So imagine I always wanted to go to Canada. So I was scrolling through Facebook. I saw a video, free webinar. Okay. So I think I went somewhere to teach. Okay. I said, okay, let me finish teaching. As soon as I completed teaching, I watched that video for like an hour or so. Okay. I watched the video and all of that. And she was like emphasizing how you can hack scholarship within the university. Okay. So, but this was not free. I mean, like, if you need to know more, you have to register for it. So I had to pay like, so I was doing a business. I was actually doing a business, small business, when I completed my bachelor's. Okay, as an entrepreneur, I wanted to do some business. So I took part of almost that money, everything, and I collected money from my parents as well. Able give me money. So I paid for that. I think it was $997. But that time, dollar in my country was um, not as it is now, because now it's very expensive when you do the exchange rate. Okay. So I had to pay $997. Oh, fortunately, no, I didn't pay 997. I think I paid 500 and something dollars because um, I was not having all the money together. So I had that money with me. So I was just waiting for an opportunity for me to be able to get all the money. So I will pay. Fortunately, it was Dr. Linda's birthday, and she was like, whosoever writes me a perfect birthday message, you have a discount. So if you started paying some money, or if you have some money, I'm going to fill in for you. Okay. I was like, okay, this is an opportunity. So soon as I saw that one, I start and compose a perfect birthday message. Okay. And she was happy with that. So she gave me the discount. So I had to pay. I used UBA. That was the reason I had to open accounts with UBA, United Bank for Africa. Okay. So I had to open back an account with them, and I had to put some charges as well, tariff and all of that, a lot. Okay, so I paid that money and I went through the training, how to hack scholarship within the university. I was just determined. All I wanted was just that at the end of the day, I want to go and study out of my country because unfortunately in my country, there's not like masters in civil engineering. So what I wanted was to go somewhere, but nothing like African countries. Okay, that was like X. No, I wanted to go either Europe, yeah, whatever country, even though I had US and Canada on top of my list. Okay. Okay. So completing that, I did the 3 month training with Dr. Linda, and I won't say I didn't get all what I wanted, like because I was thinking my expectation was going to that. Just after that, I was thinking she was the one who is going to be giving us like the universities to apply to, and guiding us, you know. But at the end of the day, I learned a lot from that, and that opened my mind, even how to communicate to professors, how to write statement of purpose, personal statements, letter of intent, how you can create a perfect CV. Okay, because there were a lot of things some of us will say I don't have experience, but Dr. Lina opened my mind on that, and I need to revamp so many things. Okay, and the thing you don't understand is that some of this training I had to wake up like 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, a colleague of mine knows that Alaji, Umar Usise, Okas. Okay, because I was with him. I had to wake up like 3 just for me to be part of the trainings, especially like the live trainings. It was not easy actually. Uh, so I completed that training, then I started applying. But in doing that as well, I saw this apply board. Apply board is basically like a software, not like a software, how can I say it? There are people who actually, it's an organization or so. There are people, so you just go into apply board and they will be like an intermediary between you and the university. Okay. So through apply board, there was this lady, a Canadian, I've forgotten the name. Carrie Davis. Carrie Davis? Yes, Carrie Davis. She works with a Bison Consultant. Okay, it's a consultant firm based in Canada. So I met her. I don't know how I came to know about her. I think through Bison Consultant, because I think it pops up as an ad. And then I had to click. So we schedule a meeting at night because I think because of the time difference. Okay, because I know in that country it was like during the day. So we had a meeting and she was like helping me because so the first university I applied to was University of Ottawa in Canada. And I had to pay $110 for application fee. So for you guys, some of you will be like, that's too expensive, that's too expensive. Because I always wanted to go to either Canada or United States. Like, even though I was applying for other scholarships, okay. So she guided me through, and we put forth a complete application to apply board. Okay, um, maybe I will one day make a video on that. So I was waiting for. Unfortunately, I did not check how whether I can get whether I meet the criteria for me to get automatic scholarship within the university. I didn't check that because I think for Africans there's this automatic scholarship you'll be considered if you have a GPA 92%. Unfortunately for me, mine was not up to that. I think mine is 88%. So I got the offer. I was admitted to Ottawa. I was so happy. So I had to scroll through lots and lots of papers. And at the end of the day, financial consideration, they are self-funded, meaning I have to pay. I said, oh my God, what's happening to me? So remember, I have paid $110 and I got selected. Of course, I got accepted, but I didn't get any scholarship. And they think that was the end. So I was in a vehicle going to teach. I think it was a night shift. I had my boss, Mr. Tommy, of course, who has been part of my journey as well. Thank you so much, sir. You might not be watching this video. Whosoever watched this video and you know Mr. Tommy, I'm grateful. I think so many. I am connected to so many people. So when I completed my WAS, Miriam um, was so happy that she had to share my WAS result, and Mr. Tommy saw the result and he was so happy with me and invited me to Freetown. He was the first person to give me a check. I didn't even know what a check was. And this was 2014. Imagine. So he gave me the check. I went with this guy. I was not even having an ID card, so I had to be accompanied with his um, personal, I think, PA, something like that. Yes. So we went to the bank and collected that money. Mr. Tommy, thank you so much for always being there, helping me out throughout the university, providing me with lunch. I'm grateful, sir. Okay. So, guys, so I got the admission from Carnegie. Carnegie Mellon, from Ottawa. No scholarship. I was like, okay, no problem. At least this time around, I have received something. Okay, at least you have been admitted. So that has fueled my mind and hope. That's okay. Let me just be doing this. Okay, so I started applying to universities. But the reason why I had to move away from Canada because for Canadian universities, you have to pay application fee. You have to pay application fee. Most of the universities, few, I don't know if there are, few, I guess, who you will apply to without paying application fee. So I had to lean to United States because most of the universities will be like, they will give you fee waivers and you don't have to pay application fee. Okay. And having gone through Dr. Linda's session, I realized that when you sign up for event uh, within the university, most often when they organize this event for admission or application will be waived for all attendees. Most often, that's universities. So I started searching for universities. Um, 2021, I applied to some. 2022, I had to pay some application fee because I didn't understand better. Then 2023, I applied to 9 universities. Okay. And this time around, Carnegie Mellon was there. I applied to New York University. I applied to Drexel University. I applied to Michigan Technological University. I applied to Missouri State University, Science and Technology, yes. Missouri University of Science and Technology, yes. And I applied to New Mexico State University, University of Alabama. So out of this university, I got accepted to, of course, Carnegie Mellon University. I got accepted with scholarship, partial scholarship. I got accepted to Drexel with a total scholarship, I think it was $27,000. Okay, and this was like Carnegie Mellon was 16,000 in total. I got accepted to New York, a total scholarship of $14,000. I got accepted, to New Haven University. The first one was 2022, and I got like 40% tuition waiver. And 2023, I applied to the same university, and I got like 30%. So because I realized that it was actually difficult for me to get fully funded scholarship, fortunately, I was inside the vehicle going to teach someone. Then this ad pops up about empower. So I clicked that, and it was so good to be true. After listening, so like, okay, Empower gives loans to international students. They don't need any cosigner. You know how difficult it is for an international company just for them to give you money to go and school in the United States or Canada, because that's the focus. So I was like, is this true? I said, okay. Let me see. So I had to look at all the video, and I was somehow not sure. So I had to do my research, due diligence, and I had to register for one of the events because most often every Wednesday they had like either they talked about visas or application walkthrough. So while I was within the company where I was working, Texas and Company Limited Consulting Engineers firm, Whenever I don't have anything to do, I check the website and try to read everything about it. So then I applied. I got rejected for Empower Alone the first time, and that was for University of Ottawa. And the reason for that, because I didn't get any scholarship, and we are looking at, because they look at certain factors as well. Maybe I will not be able to pay the loan, all of that. So now I got accepted to Carnegie Mellon University, and having done my research, I felt like Carnegie was the university for me. So my focus was going to Carnegie Mellon University. So I got my I-20 because you have to pay some money. Fortunately for me, I was given the privilege not to pay. So my professor, the head professor David Vay, told me that, for you, we want to give you the opportunity for you to come to this place. So, because and the reason for that, when they organized the admission info session, I was so talkative, asking every bit of questions. So they were like, okay, this student is actually ready to come to this place. So even though I have to pay that money now, I have to pay it. But before that, I didn't pay that um, non-refundable fee, okay, of $100. I didn't pay that. So I got my I-20, okay. Before you get your I-20, you have to provide some financial, um, you have to show that you have enough money for you to school to a prestigious university like this, and it's a private university. So I applied for Empower loan, but this time around, I got Empower loan because of one, the university was part of Empower's supporting universities. So I got the loan. I applied. Then I got my I-20. I scheduled for an interview. So guys, I'm just trying to round up. I know this video is very, very long. Okay. So I got my I-20 and I paid my service fee for my visa. And because I would have been here fall semester 2023, unfortunately, I didn't get a February date for my interview because the university opened. I think we started lectures. Lectures would have started August 28th, and my date for my interview, F1 visa interview, was August 4th. I think that was the best date I could get. So I even applied for emergency visa appointment, but I was rejected because I did a mistake in applying for that and requesting for an emergency. So I got rejected. So while on the wait, I had applied for other scholarship. So I applied for the Turkey Aboski scholarship, and fortunately, I got selected. Went for the interview, and I got the scholarship. So because I had already applied for interview and I didn't get, and I have paid like 350 service fee, and that one, like, I think it will last for like a year before it expires. So meaning even if I'm in Turkey, I can still use that. So I said, okay, this is an opportunity. Let me go to Turkey and see how best by November or so I'll apply again for the visa and see and try and take my chances. Okay. So I went to Turkey and I was learning the language, aiming that, but within my mind, I knew this university has always been in my mind. So I have to go for my F1 visa interview. So I applied there in Turkey, and unfortunately, the first place I applied to, I think that was like Istanbul. Yes. I didn't get a date, a February date, and it did, like, days, the best days I could have were, I think we are in August, and the other one was April. I was like, I was so disturbed. Actually, it was not easy. I was so disturbed. I said, okay, let me request for an emergency. And I requested for an emergency. I didn't even get, I was rejected as well. I said, what is happening with me? But this time around, they emailed me that I should check the other city, that's Ankara. Okay. I said, okay. So I text the embassy if there is an available date and all of that. I said, okay, I need to. Um, so I changed just the place where I should be interviewed. I changed to Ankara. And then I started checking the system. So I got like the best one was the 10th of January. But what happens, guys, when I saw that one, I always wanted to be here like 2 weeks ahead. So, and that was early December. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll still get a date within the 20th of December. So I left that date. That's the 10th of January. So guess what happens? The next day I checked, I didn't even see January, even not even February. The best date I could see within the system was March. I was like, my God, what have I done to myself? I had to slap myself. I was like, if anything happens that I didn't go to Carnegie this year, or I didn't even get, because the thing was, I was not like looking whether I'm going to come to Carnegie. Okay. What I was looking at, I need to have the opportunity at least to face a consular, a visa officer. At least let me express myself whether I'm going to get the visa or not. I want that opportunity because I have paid my money already. That was the thing in my mind. Okay. Just that opportunity. Fortunately, I prayed a lot. I prayed a lot, guys. I prayed a lot just for me to get a date. And God answered my prayers. Okay. Very early in the morning, I woke up and I checked the computer. I checked the system. I saw the 11th January. I said, this time around, if I leave this date, God Himself will not forgive me. So I selected that date. Okay. And that's like for Ankara now. I selected that date. So I had a date now in my mind. And I was like sending emails to the university. I've gotten a date and I'll be doing my interview this time and this time. Okay. And there is this within the university, there was someone who told me, okay, maybe you can defer again for fall semester. I said, no, no matter what, I am going for this interview, no matter what happens, let it happen. Okay. Well, I was optimistic. So imagine I had a loan and in a different country. And in fact, I had two, Empower and supplemented by 8B Education Investment. So you guys, I'm not going to dive into the loan, okay, much because maybe I'll create another video for that. And if you need one-on-one consultation, I think I have my email. If you check my profile, you will see the email, how best you will be able to reach out to me. And we can see. And if you want me to guide you on how best you'll be able to, of course, I will create a video about my visa experience. So I went for my visa and fortunately, I got my visa. I won't delve into what happens during that day. Okay, so I'm going to create a video for that. So guys, that's how I've been able to come to United States. Okay, so I'll create a video, what happens, port of entry, and people were seeing so many. I had to watch at least over 300 videos about visas, how you can ace your visa. So many. I looked at almost all those who have been here. So many YouTubers. Okay, a lot. And so at some point I had to pay some money, even though I was confident enough in myself, in my abilities, that when I face these VOs, I should be able to tell them something. But I had to pay some money just for me to be coached. Okay, because it was not easy. It's a nerve-wracking process. But today, yeah, I am Carnegie Mellon University. It's a dream come true for me. A boy from suburb, now within the United States. But let's talk about the States, in fact. Carnegie Mellon. I love this university. It has always been my dream now. Since I started applying and I came across this university. There are universities that are actually ranked higher, of course, Ivy League schools, but I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, okay? And because maybe I didn't get a perfect score in my GRE, because I was like this kind of person who aims higher. So, guys, if I have been able to come this far, I'm quite sure all of you guys can. It's just about consistency. I'm feeling too emotional right now. It has not been easy. Prayers, consistency, and not giving up, and just believing that this is going to be possible, and this is going to happen. And I didn't believe when the VO told me that your visa, I'm going to approve in your visa. I was like, really? Me going to the United States? And there are so many other things happening, because when I got the Turkey about the scholarship, I was saying, okay, I'm going to Turkey and I'll be doing my interview there. So I was saying things as if they are going to happen. Okay, I'll go to Turkey, do my interview, and go to the United States. So because I have said it, so many people, there is this, I won't mention the name. Someone was telling me he shouldn't have said that. Who knows? Maybe so many things happening. If you don't get to go to US, you put yourself under serious pressure. And that's true, of course, because saying things and at the end of the day they don't happen, you put yourself into so many pressure. Okay. So, but I was optimistic, and here I am today within this is my apartment. I have my kitchen, I have everything here. Okay, guys. So my next video, I'm going to make a video talking about this scholarship very soon. So guys, thank you for if you've been able to watch this video up to this point, it means that you are actually interested in either moving away from your country or interested in my affairs. And thank you so much for that. Share this video to other viewers out there who may be interested in the same content and get to inspired in my journey. Okay, thank you guys, and I wish you the very best as you put in your application. Be consistent and always believe in yourself. You can do it. I love you, Carnegie Mellon University. Carnegie Mellon University. Bye bye, guys.